So you have some of the greatest patriots in the United States. In this video, you have Rear Admiral Kubik, you have J.R. Majewski, you have Elizabeth Helgian, Jeff Hoffman, people who have lived it and are out there every single day. They're in Trump Force. They're out there motivating people to work, and that's what the film is about, getting people out to vote. There should be nothing. Take the day off if you have to. This film is about motivating people to get out to vote, and not just that, motivating everyone in their community to get out to vote. That's what it's about. And sometimes people need a little extra motivation to say, I can do this. This is something that's important. It explains the issues, why you need to do this. What does Trump stand for? Why is this almost the end for the United States if he loses? We will lose all our rights. So it's more of a motivating factor to say, if Kamala Harris and Coward Tim Walz wins, you could say goodbye to your rights. And it kind of just illuminates that for you. So you say, all right, I see what's at stake here. I'm going to get out to vote, and I'm not just going to do that. I'm going to get everyone I know out to vote. I'll drag them there if I have to.
And it's really come down to that, hasn't it, sir? We have to do everything that we can, and that is more. Obviously, we've got to be informed voters. Obviously, we've got to vote, but we've got to do what you and I are trying to do right now. We've got to try to influence as many people in our sphere as well to come along for the ride and help save America. I mean, people like we both believe it's that serious.
Yeah, and where do you really hear about the issues? You don't hear them in the mainstream media. You hear them on shows like yours. You hear them in documentaries like this. You hear them on satellite radio. But a lot of people don't have access to satellite radio. So they're just reading the paper, or they're doing a quick scan on the internet, and they're saying Trump's for giving tax breaks only to the rich and letting the poor suffer. You have to get out there and explain the issues. You have to read up on them. You have to be able to articulate them. You have to explain to people that with Trump there, he's going to lift up everyone. Trump doesn't see color, and this is why military people, veterans, they love him, because I was an infantry officer. I could care less what the color or the religion the person next to me was. As long as they could shoot straight and not at me, they're fine. And that's why veterans need to get out there and motivate non-veterans and veterans to say, hey, we're an example. The military, it's efficient, but its success is that it doesn't see, well, now it's all about DEI, but when we were at our greatest, they didn't see any of these demographics, race and gender and religion. They just saw, can you hit that target at 300 meters? That's it. So veterans carry weight in the community. And I think if they learn about the issues and they're able to articulate them, we will overwhelm the cheat in especially these swing states. And that's the key. Georgia and Pennsylvania, that's where we're working the hardest.
And in closing, Mr. Cornicelli, what is your message to those veterans and non-veterans alike who agree with the significance of all that you've described, but have come to the conclusion they're going to steal it anyway, my vote doesn't count, so why bother? And to that, you say?
Well, you joined the military, and you didn't have to. You could have said there will be plenty of other people joining the military that can defend this nation, but you didn't do that. You joined. We need you to enlist one more time. We need you to get out and vote now and bring 20, 30 people to the polls.